So when you're thinking about divorce, what do you think are the three questions most people ask about what happened to their money? Well, here are the three. What if you think your spouse is dissipating or spending all your money? What do you do about it? So let's define dissipation. Dissipation is defined as the squandering of money, energy, or resources. And it's really the wasting or destruction or getting rid of marital property without the approval of the other party. It's a remarkably broad term. So if you need help defining what you think may have happened to your money, think about the professional resources available to you. I'm a divorce financial expert. I am based in Greenwich, Connecticut, and I've been working in this field for 30 years. I have a lot of experience looking at questions people need to find out about what happened to their resources before they get divorced, and especially during the divorce. Now, something you should know is that courts allow a lot of leniency with regard to intent, and they actually have discretion to consider what's foolish, speculative, what's rash, what's purposeful. The party who claims the dissipation has to really bear the burden of proving it and show that it was intentional misconduct. In some jurisdictions, once you file for the divorce, automatic orders are imposed on the finances, but does it really stop someone who has a clear intent of doing misconduct? No. And so you have to be aware of what to look for. The second big question that I get asked all the time is, what if my spouse simply poorly managed our money and lost it all? What do I do then? Well, most courts are going to agree that the negligent mismanagement of property really doesn't constitute dissipation, unfortunately, because money's the number one point of conflict in the majority of marriages. Arguing over how your spouse poorly spent it can be probably expected. The blame game is a real problem. But again, it depends on how and if differences can be resolved during your marriage instead of heading into divorce. There's no real clear rule for what to do about mismanagement. And I've had a lot of cases where people thought they were brilliantly day trading and lost all of the savings of their family. So the general rule is that consent is going to be a defense to dissipation. You knew what I was doing, you went along with it, and you enabled me. That's what makes it credible. So the last money question I get asked many times is, what if you think your spouse is hiding assets or money? Well, it's conventional for one spouse to manage the big picture finances for the family. And commonly the other person is a little bit less experienced or sophisticated about it. And so suspicions naturally arise. Do I know everything? Do I know how much we have? And sometimes the person with more experience has an unfair advantage in divorce because they already are prepared to know what the financial landscape looks like. But if you think you have a suspicion that hiding assets or managing funds elsewhere is a real problem, you have a lot of resources to turn to. And I, for one, am a financial forensic. I follow the money. That's what we do during the divorce process. We advocate for what's fair and reasonable. And the best way to find the hidden assets is to prevent them from being concealed in the first place. So the key takeaway for today is, if you need to prepare yourself financially for going into divorce and you have any of those three questions that rattle in your brain, find an expert like me who can help you understand what your financial landscape looks like and who can help guide you for a more peaceful divorce process where you feel empowered to make the right decisions, being fully informed. Thank you.